Hello, I'm Fausto Botelho broadcasting from Brazil, and today we're going to talk about things happening in the crypto space and the outs that we're keeping an eye on. Today we've recommended Bitcoin based on the hourly chart. And so the thing is, Facebook and JP Morgan starting their own stablecoin apparently. Facebook is to launch its white paper on the 18th of this month. It's the 12th today, another 6 days, and we're going to know what's Facebook up to in the crypto space. But that's very bullish, I would say, for Bitcoin, because it's after backed and all the other things that are happening, I think the credibility of a giant like Facebook and JP Morgan, it's very bullish for the arena. But that doesn't matter. Let's take a look and see what the charts can tell us, right? So starting with, let me just switch to terminal to the charts here. Quick look in the S&P. The S&P, we think this has been reverted and the market is coming here. That's a 35% drop. That would probably bring recession and so on. So what happened now? Well, what happened was that as the S&P was testing this resistance level, and it gave us day before yesterday a shooting star followed by a bearish candle. So this is not something good for it to do whenever it's testing or is just breaking a resistance level. So I think that's bearish. I think this was just a pullback. I think the market is coming down, and I think our objective of 1800 is going to be achieved, and this fall might turn into a crash, as I've been saying here in the channel for a long time. Now, let's take a look in the cryptos that we're keeping an eye on. Well, the first one is Binance. I think Binance, and let me put these all in the hourly chart over here. Sorry, in the daily chart. So I think this accumulation is a continuation accumulation. And I think Binance is heading up. So yes, I think, let me just remind everybody that the charts that I show are all in Bitcoin. They are quoted in Bitcoin. That's because we think on the Bitcoin standard here. We understand that Bitcoin is going to $65,000, $75,000, $300,000, things like that, as I've shown, and I'm going to be showing you again here quickly. So the idea is to keep our money in Bitcoin and try to increase the Bitcoins that we have trading in the outs, in the coins traded, quoted in Bitcoin. So back to the chart here. That's the idea. So I think it's a good idea for you to put Binance in your portfolio. Yeah. Now, Zcash. Let me just, first of all, so we'll keep alphabetically order here. Well, Link, as I said many times here in the channel, I like it, technically speaking, because it was launched, it went sideways, and then it broke the support, but then it made a double bottom below the support, broke the support again, then resistance again, then pulled back to this former resistance, and the resistance trend line here, and went up, and now is flagging up. So I think it's to keep an eye on this flag, and whenever the hourly chart tells us, I'm changing to the hourly chart now, whenever it tells us that it's time, then you jump in. Maybe in the hourly chart, it will be good enough to give us a flag here. You buy. I was putting the C letter, which is comprar in Portuguese. No, you buy here and put the stop below the flag, and that's it. And let's go. Ethereum. Well, Ethereum is, wow. It broke this resistance trend line, and it's sort of flagging up or something, and it's apparently breaking this resistance trend line. So another good choice for you to add to your portfolio. Look at the hourly chart. It definitely seems that has broken this thing here, and having breaking this resistance level, it's showing strength, and it's now flagging up. So whenever it breaks this flag, I think it's a good idea for you to put it up, put it on. Yoda was doing the same thing as Ethereum, but not anymore. Let's take a look in the hourly chart. Yeah, well, I think this we could say that's a rectangle, right? So yeah, I'll keep an eye on this one too, especially if it breaks the support and then comes back with a bear trap. That would be a good time for you to buy Yoda and buy over here and place a stop below the low here. And why is that? Because Yoda, now let's go to the daily chart. It gave us already a bear trap, important one in this all-time low support. So, and then it flagged up, pulled back, and it sort of produced, I think it's a inverted head and shoulders. So the objective would be around 70% approximately. Now, Litecoin went all the way up, and fortunately we got a very good piece of that. I can show you in the hourly chart here. That's where we recommended the 31st, as it's stating here, 31st of April, of May, sorry, at 0.013063. And then these were our stops, stop, and then we finally closed too much the stop here, and we're stopped, unfortunately, but it was good enough because the objective was here, and we bought here. Objective was 16%, and we went out with 20%, 20 point something percent. So it was a very good trade, and now it reached its resistance trend line. So let's see what is going to produce us in here. Let's wait and see. Maybe if it flags up, we'll have a chance to enter again in Litecoin. Now, Monero has reached what we've been seeing for months that would be reached, because we understood that this accumulation was a continuation pattern that was happening below this support trend line here. And so it went down, tested its all-time low, and now it's doing a sort of a inverted hand and shoulder, so that's why we're keeping an eye on it. Going to the hourly chart, you can take a look in this what I'm pretending that will be called as an inverted head and shoulders. So it's keeping an eye on this, whenever it breaks. I think if it breaks point 0.1114, I think I would be good enough, or maybe I should wait to 1118 over here, or maybe 1120 better. 1120, a good close above 1120 would be a recommendation to buy Monero. Tron. Well, Tron, I was taking a look, but it's giving us a reversal, sort of shooting star, so I'm not keeping an eye in Tron anymore. And finally, Zcash, that was flagging up, but there's no contest like all-time low or important support level. So this is just happening in a sea never navigated before, as the sailors used to say. But it was it flagged up, once and then it flagged up again, and that's it. So this is it. Binance keeps going, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for you to be advised on the next ones, and I'll see you next one. Ciao.